The best quarantine story that comes to mind is when we took a family trip to Texas this past summer to visit my aunt, uncle, and baby cousin Sylvan. Due to COVID, we weren't able to do much of anything, but one important thing we did do as a family was take a trip to Texas that we already had planned for months. While in Texas for a week, one of the days we planned to go hiking at the Big Thicket National Preserve in County, Texas. While hiking, we stopped at Village Creek and swam and played in the water. The water was so warm and clear compared to the salt water that surrounds Texas. While playing and standing in the water, your feet would sink right into the sand, which felt like Play-Doh. When we decided we were done swimming in the water, we moved on to continue our hike through the park. It was beautiful. The birds were chirping, the sun was shining, and it smelled like pine with all the trees. We came up to a couple of signs that pointed in two different directions. One sign said to go 2 miles one way, and the other sign said 0.8, which would have taken us right back to the car. But my Uncle Ryan decided we should just take the 2-mile route because he thought it wouldn't be that bad. It ended up being a disaster. After playing in the water, our clothes were a little wet, and some of our shoes were wet. It was hotter than jalapenos outside, and we all started walking on the trail with my grandma, Aunt Nini, Mom, brother, and my Aunt Jana, and my Uncle Ryan, and my baby cousin in his stroller. Everything was fine for the first 20 minutes. There were blue markings along the way to show us where we were going and to make sure we stayed on the trail. But as we got deeper into the woods, things started to get a little bit more difficult. The trail was leading off down creeks and up hills. The blue marks were getting further apart and started looking like they were on random trees. It was taking us a while to find a tree that was marked, and when we found one, we would continue in that direction. While walking, we were also running into banana spiders the whole way. There were banana spiders and webs all through the trail. It was scary because we didn't know if they were poisonous or not. After about an hour or so into the woods, everyone started to get worried we might not make it out. Everyone was hot. My mom was really mad. She said she was about to die of the heat. We had run out of water, and my uncle was dragging a stroller through the middle of the woods because he couldn't push it anymore. We had to get our phones out and look at the GPS to see where we were at. Finally, after about 3 hours, we made it out of the woods with our GPS on our phones. Everyone was so relieved and tired. It was the worst day ever. We left and went to the store to get water and went back to my uncle's house to shower and chill until dinner. But I fell asleep because I was so exhausted. Never again will I go hiking.